Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast For Women by Women. The goal of our podcast is to start meaningful conversations with women who are making a difference in their respective industries and paving the way for young women to follow in their groundbreaking path.
The founders of this club, Sabrina Canali and Tiffany Ng, created the Women in Business Club in January of 2021. Our mission is to empower and inform young women about gender inequality in the workspace, so we, as a community, can strive to make a change.
As our first podcast back for summer vacation, a few things have changed. Me and Jasmine are now seniors, so technically this is our first podcast. Today's episode is a club-only special to get to know our new and returning members.
I'm so excited to kickstart the year with the club-only special. So without further ado, let's get this episode started. So I'm Jasmine, I'm a senior at Prep, and I'm the co-president of the Women in Business Club.
I'm Juliana, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Haley, I'm a junior.
I'm Elizabeth, I'm a junior.
I'm Stephanie, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Grace, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Emily, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Serena, and I'm a junior.
I'm Abigail, I'm a junior.
I'm Fiona, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Angela, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Lauren, and I'm a senior, and this is Donna, and she's also a senior. Her voice is just a little spiked right now, so I'll speak for her. She'll type it, and I can say whatever she wants. And then,
I'm Mrs. Andriella. I'm the moderator. Teach seniors.
okay, and then I guess go around and say why you joined the club.
So I originally joined the club as a freshman when I was introduced to it on Freshman Follies, because my senior buddy was the president of the club at the time. So I was interested, and when I learned more about it and what the mission statement was, I joined the club. And then at the end of my freshman year, they chose me and Lauren to become the president, and I stuck with the club ever since.
I joined the club at the beginning of my freshman year because I'm interested in doing a career of business.
I joined the club this year because I was just interested in what it had to offer and learning more about business.
So I joined the club this year for my first time because I obviously wanted to learn more about business and the different opportunities you can get from it.
I joined the club this year because I wanted to learn more about advertising.
I joined the club this year because I wanted to learn about the marketing field.
I joined the club because I wanted to learn about how women can make an impact in the business industry.
I joined the club this year because I wanted to see if business was something that I would want to maybe pursue in college.
I joined the club this year because I was just interested in what the club has.
I joined the club because my parents are influenced in the business field, and I'm thinking of also being a part of the business field in the future.
I joined the club this year because I want to pursue the business field, and I want to know what it's like owning a business as a woman.
Much like Jasmine, I joined the Women in Business Club originally in freshman year with Sabrina and Tiffany as our presidents. When I saw the freshman student activities fair, I went around to see all the clubs, and I saw Women in Business, and Sabrina came to me and she was like, you should join us for our meetings. And then I did, and here I am with Jasmine as the co-president, so it's all history. Oh, and Donna said, I joined because I want to be a businesswoman, and I was very interested in meeting more girls that are interested in the same things as me.
Why did you choose to moderate?
Why did I choose to moderate? Because Sabrina and Tiffany asked. They were nice girls.
Were they both in your class?
At the time, no.
They
I didn't know them. They just came up to me. Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
know
and you
them.
said yes, okay.
Yeah.
That's bold. I know. Okay, one of the questions that I saw on the document that someone was interested in asking was, how does a person even start? What courses should one take in general about understanding business? And I think as a teacher, Miss A has really good recommendations because she teaches some courses here at SFP. I'm going to take Intro to Business Law next semester, which is a really good start. And I think starting from high school, taking either summer courses or classes here would be really important. Jasmine, are you taking any?
Next semester I take business law and marketing, so right now I haven't taken any.
Boy, I have both of you next semester.
Yeah, maybe in the same class too.
Oh, my.
Wait, can you tell them why did they choose those specific electives though, and not others?
Why is it the school?
Yeah.
Well, when I started here, they had marketing, accounting, and law. All of them were offered for college credit through St. Francis College, so I think they kind of came up with those because of the relationship with St. Francis College. And now marketing and law are actually offered through St. John's University, which, you know, it doesn't mean that you have to go to St. John's or you have to go to St. Francis College. It just means it's as if you took the class at that school. Accounting is still at St. Francis College because I don't have an accounting degree, so they want you to be. I was a marketing major at St. John's. I graduated #1 in marketing, so I think they said, okay, she can teach marketing to high school students. And then law, I'm a lawyer, so I'm allowed to teach law. I actually went to St. John's Law as well. So those two things, they said, all right, she can teach those two classes, but St. John's would not let me teach accounting for college credit. Although I love my accounting class, it's my favorite class, but that's so weird. So we still have that offered through St. Francis College. And then I started a personal financial literacy class because there's a lot of movement in different high schools to offer that course. And just last week, the New York State Board of Education said in the coming years it's going to be mandatory for students. So this is like our 3rd year at personal financial literacy. Not offered for college credit because it's a literacy class, but it teaches things that are like life skills, retirement, credit cards, insurance, things like that. You know?
You offered the course, like you.
I created it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who said it first, but I think it was floating around as an idea for a while, and I said I could come up with something. So, kind of making that up as I go along, you know, figuring out what's the course content. It's fun. It's one of, I think, the more fun classes because it's just literacy, lower bar.
Yeah, right. And also, Miss A actually connects you with a lot of opportunity. I remember she told me about like a Malloy. There's like a Malloy business camp. Oh, where I saw it outside of the business thing, right?
The boot camp.
Yes, the boot camp. Yeah. I remember Emily went. She was a member last year. She went to that and she said it was good. Oh, she did it.
Oh, you did the boot camp? Did you like it? You did?
Yeah,
okay.
she liked
All right,
it.
very good.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, there's a Malloy boot camp in the summer. It's like a pre-college course, and they teach you a bunch about business. I have a like a little rubber ball from it. Not because I went. I don't know. Emily just got it for me. So yeah, that's all I remember from that. But I heard they ate steak. They teach you how to eat steak, right? Is that, yeah.
Did she try to eat steak? Oh wait, she's typing.
She's telling us about it. But it's actually really good. You get college credit from it. And it's like a week over the summer. So that's really good. And they give you experience and you learn a bunch of stuff through Malloy.
Is it just 1 week?
Is it just 1 week? Yes. They offer it through different weeks, but it's only 1 week, yeah.
And good thing to know that St. John's University will give you $1,000 scholarship just for taking a St. John's University college credit class here at Prep. Just one class, any one, not necessarily mine. A lot of them are offered through St. John's University.
Yeah, I take college credit for pre-calc, but it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Is it St. John's?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even. Do you remember what it was? How much it was?
Yeah, like $325.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, like a lot of them are like that. Like the Malloy ones too.
St. Francis was a little bit cheaper,
Yeah.
but St. John's has more of a name, I think, than St.
Yeah.
Francis. So.
Oh, Donna said they do Shark Tank. They teach you how to behave during dinner, like properly, and they also teach you accounting. So I think if you're really interested in learning more about different fields of business, you should definitely do that. And there's more information outside of outside of Mr. Ganchi's office. I think that's where they put it. But yeah, you know why they teach you how to do, how to like act properly during dinner? I think it's because networking is so important in business, which like leads to another question. Someone asked, how to get internships and experience. I feel like the world is like built on business. Like you're in New York City, you got Wall Street down the street, and there's just so much opportunity. So I think networking a lot and like working, getting a job, those are through businesses as well. So.
And like our goal of the club is to like kind of mimic that in a way. How she said networking. If you were here, we did that as our first like project kind of where we made our own business cards. So like examples like networking, and then we also focus on marketing and advertising. Who last year participated in the Shark Tank project? Can you like explain your experience?
So in the Shark Tank project, like all the groups had to kind of come up with like a business idea, and we had to present it. to the group leaders and everyone else in the group, and whoever had like the best business pitch won.
Yeah.
And you basically had to come up with like a product and a way to advertise it, and you had to make it seem like wannable.
Do you remember what you did for your
I think I did a makeup one.
makeup line?
Mhm.
Do you remember what place you got?
Did you win a certificate though? I think she did.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, it was really fun. I think I remember last year that was one of our bigger projects.
And if you guys want, like, we can try to continue it this year if we have like room in our like.
Yeah, you know, I'm actually interested in hearing what do you guys like expect from the club? What do you guys want to see from the club? Because then me and Jasmine can incorporate that more and, you know, focus on what you guys want, and it'll be helpful for everybody. So do you want to go around? I don't know if you want to tell us like what's something different or something that you want this year since you're returning. And anyone new, any ideas of what you want the club to be?
Probably to like learn more about like college and like how you can prepare for business in college, or the classes that you can take in college, like majors, stuff like that.
I would agree. Yeah, that's pretty much what I would say too.
Yeah, I know that business is so, wide, and like there's so many different like business related majors you can take, so I just really want to learn more about each and every one of them so I can like narrow down like my choice for my major in college.
I think I mostly want to like learn about networking and stuff, because like I want to be able to build connections and like just build connections.
Yeah.
I guess just like any business opportunities for like high schoolers at like any time throughout the years that I'm looking forward to.
If we could do the Shark Tank project again, I think that would be really cool, because like I was looking through it on like the Google Classroom and it like looks so fun to do. So if you could do that, then that would be really cool.
I think it'd be cool if we went over like different kinds of like jobs that you can have in like finance and business, because like I don't really know like what's out there or what like each job like entails. So I think it would be nice if we could like go over that.
Yeah, I agree with what you said.
I want to learn how to like build a surface for later, like what else could happen in the business world.
I want to like look more into like what kind of colleges would be best, or like if I wanted to major in like business, and like just learn more on like what I need to prepare for like business related like colleges.
Right. I think it's really important that you guys are looking into college too, especially because we're in high school.
Oh, I just have like one more thing to say. I heard that like LinkedIn is like really good for like making connections and networking with people. So like I don't know if you guys could do that, but maybe if you could like have all of us like try to like create or like set up our own one. It doesn't have to be like a real one, or just like you guys could explain like how that website is used to build connections.
Oh yeah, okay, we can build LinkedIn profiles. That'd be a good project to do. That was a good idea. I like that too. But yeah, I think the key to networking though is really like making yourself approachable. Like even if you're an introvert, guys, I know what happened during COVID, okay, that we all didn't really talk to anyone, but I think coming out of your shell and just talking to people, like I used to intern for Nili Rosick, and then when I did like one of her campaign things, I met this guy who worked at the center that we were using, and then he was telling me about this job that he had, and then guess what, now I'm working there. So it's really about just talking with different people, because you never know the opportunities that they can offer you and stuff like that.
Right, and just like public speaking and having like good speaking skills to others can really help you in the business industry, especially like how she said she's trying to focus on connections in the business industry, which is why we kind of do the podcast, to get everyone to participate and talk. And we just think it's a good way for everyone to like, connect with each other.
Yeah. And actually, before, did you say that you were interested in marketing?
No, it was advertising.
Oh, advertising. Did anyone say marketing? Marketing, right. Okay, on a side note, did you ever watch Emily in Paris? Don't hate, guys.
No, but my mom's it.
I know, all the moms love it. Okay, so I watched it with my mom, and it is so good, but I feel like you should watch it, because it's really, like, she does a lot of marketing, and that's her job, and I think you should really watch that. It's a really good show. Even though there's a lot of hate on it, guys, I really love it. It's my guilty pleasure. Okay, so definitely watch that show. Yeah.
Does anyone have anything to say? Questions about the club? Any ideas? So.
I have a question. So you said that you teach like a personal finance like literacy class,
Mhm.
but like what do you guys like actually like learn next? I don't really know what like literacy is.
We learn about retirement, like how to save for retirement, how to save early, and we look at projections about how you make your money work for you, especially with compound interest. We look at how to read a paycheck, all the deductions that come out of your paycheck and where they go. We do insurance, we do taxes. Right now we're doing credit, meaning like credit cards, how to build your credit score, how to use credit wisely to your advantage. Last chapter we did a section on investments, so it's learning a little bit about the stock market and mutual funds, ETFs, what those types of investment vehicles are. And then thankfully Mr. McLaughlin bought this access to a website where the kids play interactive games on it. One of them is a budget game that we're just wrapping up tomorrow, and then next week we'll start the stock market game on it, where they'll break up into teams and use money that I give them, to buy stocks and stuff. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
What year do you like take that?
It used to be juniors and seniors, but the problem is now it's gotten very popular that it's just seniors right now. But they said there's going to be a push to come back and give it to juniors. And did I say this right? I feel like I'm repeating myself today because I said it in my classes. But New York Board of Ed has said that it's supposed to be mandatory. So the class might become mandatory because you're a freshman, you said. So before you graduate, you might be required to take it, which means they're going to hire a lot more teachers, apparently, because I'm the only one who uses it right now. Yes?
Are there any like prerequisites for that class, or do you just like take it?
No, you just take it. Just an elective. I did all my business classes, just an elective, no prerequisites.
How does the Business Honor Society work? Because I was thinking about that.
That, you have to get a certain cumulative average overall, but it was low. I think I did a 90 or a 92. Then you have to get a certain average. You have to take at least 2 business classes and get, I think it was a 92 also at a minimum in each class. And then you're invited to fill out an application. I think I required 6 service hours. Last year was the first year I created this club, and I based it off the New York State requirements because they have a Business and Marketing Honor Society there. The bad part is you don't get to put it on your college transcripts because it's not determined that you're in for the most part until at the end of your senior year. The good part is though, if you do get in, we have a little presentation ceremony with the Computer Science Honor Society as well, and you present with a cord, a special cord that you get to wear at graduation.
So like, since I'm taking your business classes next semester, if I wanted to apply for the Honor Society, like, it's fine if I take it next semester?
Yes,
Like,
it'll be fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Donna was wondering, what do you guys learn in business law?
You know, it's funny, it says business law, but it's not really business law. The textbook says business law too, they gave me the textbook, but it's really just general law. So in the beginning I do like constitutional law and some like foundations of law, how did law develop over time. Then I'll go into constitutional law. Then I'll actually give them some very famous cases that I've already summarized quite significantly. And I teach you that if you're in law school, you have to brief a case. Like you put the facts, what's the issue, what's the decision, and what was the court's reasoning. So I teach them how to brief like 4 different cases, very casually, no high bar here. I don't expect everyone to be a law clerk, right? And then we go into criminal law, civil law, which is like suing each other, and contract law. And that's it. It's only, all my courses are 1 semester. So, no full year courses. Yes?
For the Business Honor Society, is it like, do they invite you, or do you have to like specifically like sign?
You get an invitation.
Oh, okay.
Based on that, and I'll do that probably around January, February, send out invitations.
Is anyone interested in being a lawyer or going down the law path? Oh yeah, you are. I was like trying to think about that because like my family says I like to argue a lot and like I don't know, I just enjoy it. But looking more into it, like I feel like I was like scared, like, because the amount of like years of school, and then on top of that, like I was debating between law and actually like, psychology. But I mean, sorry.
Okay.
Why do you want to do law?
I want to do law. Oh, I don't know. I just decided that was going to be my path one day. I woke up and did that. But actually, I was talking to an alumni of SFP. I think you know him though. I don't know. He's like a lawyer now, but he does like accounting or something like that. It started with an S. I forgot.
It started with an S.
That's very specific. It might be like Steve or Seth or something. I don't remember. But he was telling us about. I was in a meeting with student government, and he was telling us about how he went to college for, I think, finance or something like that, and then he went to computer science, and then he decided he was going to go to law. So he told us, don't be too set in your ways, because I think a lot of kids who go to college, they switch. And it's all about just learning, so I would dip your feet in different departments too if you're trying to discover what you want to do. Or if you know you want to do business, different parts of business, because that's so broad, right?
So I have a question for you. You were talking about your internship and your job. It's so hard to get one, I feel like, because everyone's saying you need experience, but if you don't have any, where do you start? Where do you begin?
I feel like, for me, I think it was just a lot of reaching out. I mean, if you reach out to like 1 million people and then you get rejected, maybe one will come back, And I learned that from Yoonji, actually. She's this girl who used to go here. Do you guys remember her? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's like super hard worker, like really, really smart. She goes to, like everyone knew her. She goes to like NYU now, but I remember watching her, like she would email 1 million people for internships and stuff. And, even getting rejected, that's like lessons that you're going to learn. So not taking it to heart, but, at least maybe one will respond back. And I think if you don't give up and you stay consistent, maybe you'll get an internship that way. And also the experience thing, I think it does start with internships. I don't think you need experience for internships, but also if anyone's interested in law though, there is this Queens County internship that if you do Child of the Century, they offer you that. So that's really interesting too. But yeah. Yes.
Well, your work with the campaign, that was a volunteer job, right?
Yeah, it was just an internship. Like I worked in the office, and then like sometimes they would host like different community events, and then I would go there. And then if I went to those events, I would get volunteer hours for that because that was like separate.
No, but I do find the campaign headquarters typically look forward to high school volunteers.
Yeah, I think so too.
But that's a certain time of the year. That's typically in September, right?
Yeah, I started in January. I did the spring.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
okay.
Of last year. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, when did you start interning? Like, how old were you when you started?
I started last year. It was like recent, yeah. Because I know like freshmen and sophomore it's harder to get because I think they want you to be a certain age too, like of responsibility, yeah. Because like freshmen, I don't think they look too much into the freshmen. I think freshmen are still trying to find out who they are.
Did you have to show them working papers when you volunteered? No.
I had to do an interview though. Like it was scary. I don't know. It was scary. Yeah, maybe we should do interview prep. Because also you know for like college and seniors you got to do on-sites.
Right.
Maybe that's gonna be helpful too. Someone else who's here. No? Okay. But yeah, but it was really fun. I say I think internships give you a lot of experience, and then from that you can get a job as well. There's actually so many jobs out there that are looking for high schoolers. Like I know this kid who works at the pizzeria, and that's a business in itself. Like you can work the cashier. There's so many like different parts of a business or making a business run that even getting like a minimum wage job, it's not the end of the world. You're still getting experience.
Any comments?
I'm like, is she gonna blow up? No.
Well, I actually have a question for you. So, you being a lawyer, did you work in like a male-dominated firm?
I guess so. I mean, there's certainly more men than women there, but there were a lot of women. Not many female partners. You'll be surprised. One thing that I learned both I worked at like a big law firm in Manhattan. Like at the time, it was one of the top 5 in the world. And then I went in-house to IBM, which I don't know if you guys know IBM. It was Apple before Apple was Apple. It's not Apple anymore, but because I left, that's why. But I always found that the women who were above me were the worst. Like, you would think women are there to help people and to help foster you and nurture you, and very often it was a woman who was the worst in it. But yet, there were exceptions to that, like, you know, so at the law firm there were only 2 female partners. One was a nightmare. She was a nightmare. The other one was very nice, but the other one was in a different department. So the one that was a nightmare, she called, you know, I drafted something for her and I sent it to her, and I remember she called me again, get up here, like, she went right into me. Now, it was like one paragraph, it was literally 5 sentences. And I remember I was probably a 3rd-year lawyer, and I went to the kid next to me, and I said, I just want you to learn a lesson right now from me. This is what I drafted to so-and-so. I'm gonna go upstairs, and she's gonna give me, she just yelled at me on the phone and read me out, and I'm gonna come downstairs in a minute, I'm gonna show you her comments. And I went up there, and she yelled at me, hey, what did you do? She ended up crossing out like 5 words and put a period there. That's what she yelled at me. For on the phone and in person. Yeah, I went downstairs, I was like, these are her comments. And I knew this from this woman. She was just a nightmare. She was just miserable. And then I found when I went to IBM, I did well there. And there was a ranking system there, and I always got #1 ranking. And like someone, that was a boys club. And then the men there really liked me. And one of the reasons they really liked me, I got the job at IBM because the guy went to prep. That's no difference about it. They would look at someone with like 6 years experience. I had less than 4. The guy who sent me on an interview, like a headhunter who placed people, said, just go, practice your interviewing skills. And I went, and the regional counsel of IBM was a prep grad, probably about 10 years older than me, Bayside guy. He immediately hired me on the spot. With 2 minutes into the interview, and I'm sitting there going, oh my God, I can't believe I have this job. How am I gonna do this? Like, I was so over my head, but you know, fake it till you make it. So I took the job, and because he loved me, and then they had a softball team, and I played softball here, and literally the first inning, I got up and I was playing shortstop, and there was a guy in first and second, and we played the Westchester office, I was in the Manhattan office, and it was like such this rivalry, and I'm playing shortstop, and I catch a line drive, and the guy on second was running, and I tag him, and I turn around, I go to throw it to first to make a triple play, right? This is the first inning. And the guy is running to first, and he gets back to the bag, and I just kind of laughed and put my glove down. I might have got him. I didn't actually throw it. I thought that was like gluttonous in a way, my boss loved me. He was like, see, we got a ringer, and it almost put a bullseye on my back, because the women in the other office now did like this, I shouldn't say all of them, one of them was fantastic, senior attorney. She was amazing. Jess Lord, if you listen, but this other woman, the more the guys loved me, the more she had it out for me. The more she had it out for me. I found that. I used to say to my boss, please stop telling everybody that I'm awesome. Like, I'm not, but he just was raving about me because he was a prep guy, he loved me, he wanted me to do well, he's like, she's the smartest attorney we've ever had. I'm like, please stop saying that. It's not true, it wasn't true. But he was just so proud that he found me and was like almost taking credit for it, that this woman was like, oh, she's the smartest attorney you ever had, really, and she like cut me down a couple of
That's a good benefit of connections, because you have with friends.
Yeah, it really was. Everything goes a long way. Goes a long way. But I would encourage people, that's something I kept, that like when I worked and I had women working for me, there's an attitude you can take. Fostering people is something people remember a lot more. I remember once when I had a meeting with Donald Trump once, and I was the only attorney going, and I was young. He had like 7 attorneys, and they didn't know me because we're all on the phone. Everything was phone negotiation, but my office was connected to Trump Tower, just coincidentally, the IBM office that I worked in. And my boss was like, you're the attorney, you're going to go with the sales guy and fight with them. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to see that. I think I was like 30. I was 30 years old. So this one woman, Jess Lord, came down from headquarters and came with me to a meeting. She was about 10 years older than me. She didn't have to do that, you know what I mean? But she was sort of like looking out. She knew I was going to get eaten alive by these 7 male attorneys in the room, all these Atlantic City casino attorneys. So she was a very supportive person.
What do you think about this statement. Most people in the business world care only about their growth and not about helping people.
That's a good one. It's true with some people, it's not true with others. And that goes for anything in life. You find people who are good and generous, and usually people help them, so now they want to pay it back. You find other places that are cutthroat, and you gotta watch what you say to people. And I found both of those types of people at different jobs.
Right.
It's just project positivity, and hopefully people will appreciate that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, does anyone have any final comments or questions for today's episode? Okay.
Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Great first episode.